Hi guys, and welcome back to Pass and Move. And for today's episode, we've got the second round of the World Cup in Russia 2018, of course. Now, as you can see, we did draw against Italy. Well, not, draw the game itself. We haven't actually played it, but we have drawn Italy rather in the second round draw. And not the easiest of games. I think Russia actually managed to top their group against Italy, which basically didn't help us because we would have Russia rather. But Italy are a bit of a sleeping giant at the moment. They don't really have an incredible team. Sort of a mixed batch of players, a bit of a team in transition, let's say, rather. And it'll be interesting to face up against them. The expectations were to get into the second round. We've done that. The board are happy, 55%. We've meet expectations. The question is, can we go further than that? So, of course, there was only one game since the last episode, which was the incredible 6-2 destruction of Germany and the 1-0, scraping by Paraguay. A little bit of an ugly win, but a win nonetheless, and we qualified from it. So we didn't show you the Iran game because, of course, like we mentioned, we already qualified. There's no need for you to see the Iran game. We'll actually show you the Italy game, and hopefully if we do beat Italy, then we'll go in and show you the quarterfinal game as well. So we did beat Iran 2-1. As you can see, Harry Kane and Leighton Baines on the score sheet. They did manage to score first and had to scold my players at half time just to get a result, but it did eventually work in our favor. Kane, Baines scoring a free kick as well. I think someone missed a penalty, to be honest, as well. Mark Noble, yeah, there you go. But Baines saved the day basically, and it's great to have him on board. So just in case you missed it, towards the end of the episode of the last episode, we did lose Callum Wilson for 3 months. He got injured during the game. We thought it was a small injury, but unlike Lallana, who's actually back to fitness tomorrow, so hopefully he should be available for the quarterfinal. That's the word I was looking for. Unfortunately, Callum Wilson is just going to miss out the tournament entirely, so this doesn't help us at all. We need a full, fresh squad to really compete. Harry Kane's exhausted now, and we should be taking him off for Wilson, who is his backup. Unfortunately, we can't do that now. We have to rotate. With 2 striker spots, we have to rotate just 3 players, so it's a bit of a concern. But either way, these are the players after the game against Italy. A bit of a B team, I suppose, but now we're going to have to take some of them off. Klein for Walker. Steve Cook should be okay. Simon Francis, he's match fit, so we'll go ahead with that. Baines played incredibly anyways, and he's managed to be match fit, so that's perfect. Noble for Dyer is better for the team anyways. Danny Drinkwater still scraping by. Dele Alli though exhausted, so we'll take him off for... Where's he gone? Oh, there's actually Shelvey there, but he's tired as well. So I think I know what to do. So we'll move Drinkwater across. We'll bring on Henderson, and Shelvey can get some rest as well for Barkley. Shelvey was filling in for Barkley because Barkley doesn't have Lallana to rotate with. And as for strikers, it looks like Berahino will have to be the complete forward on support. We'll alternate. I think I'll actually play Vardy as a complete forward on support. He hasn't been in good form at all this World Cup. 2 appearances, 1 off the bench. He's only managed a 6.6 average rating. Kind of disappointing, not a single goal, not a single assist. And during the games, he's gotten like 6.4 ratings. I actually don't have a clue why he's ended up with a 6.6 average. But really disappointing World Cup from him, a player who we expected to see more of. And Berahino's just met all expectations. 1 start and 1 substitute appearances, and he's managed to score 3 goals and 1 assist. We cannot ask for more. But unfortunately, we're going to have to 14 caps to his name and 13 goals. Kind of tells his own story, and I think we can kick off now. Hopefully, with Lallana back, it should help our midfield rotation. Drinkwater really shouldn't have to play in that central midfield support role. We were going to push him onwards. But yeah, still the same tactics. Hopefully it'll serve us good. If we can beat Germany 6-2, hopefully we can destroy Italy as well. But yeah, as the odds expert thinks, it will be a close game, and I would not be surprised if it goes to penalties. They're playing a 4-2-4, I suppose you could call that. Verratti in defensive midfield is a bit of a surprise, but that does free up the likes of Insigne, Florenzi, Belotti and Immobile. So it'll be a very interesting game. Manchester United's Darmian on there, AC Milan's Di Chilio. Incredible team, Italy as always, but I don't know, it's still a team in transition. There's some star players in there, or players who play for top teams, but let's see what we can do. So we're not favourites for today's game. So let's see if we can inspire my team to continue their good form. And an early nice start against Italy will really set us on our way. Hopefully we can get more of that. I think against Germany we scored within 2 minutes time. If we could do that again, I would love to see that. We did get an early foul, so don't know if that will amount to anything, but apparently not. Alright then. So far, so good. And I would actually say Italy should be the favourites for today's game. We're a bit of a team in transition ourselves. We've got some incredible star players like Henderson, Ali, who else is there? Dyer. You know, all these players are in incredible high spots in terms of ability. I'm not saying they're the best players in the world, but in terms of the national team, they are the best national team players for now, and they're still young and not in the peak of their career. So we have fallen behind here, but still too early to make any sort of knee-jerk reactions. The team seems to be a bit equal. We'll only push on in a little bit. We might actually be able to scrape a goal in the next couple of minutes if my team can continue improving their performance. But considering we're not favourites, I don't want to push into control too quickly and then get exposed. But it seems like Italy are pulling away a little bit from us here, and it is getting into half-time, so we can afford to go into control a little bit and hopefully just nick a goal just before half-time. That would set us up great for team talk. Apparently not though, and it looks like we go into half-time the worst team basically. I think Berahino's not having a great game, so we'll switch him to the support role. Maybe he'll play a little bit better. And some of my players are looking nervous, which makes me think I shouldn't tell them off, but it's just not been good enough so far, so we'll just give them a bit of a telling off, which is what's needed. They're only nervous because they haven't reached these stages before in their lives ever before, so I don't blame them too much, but we cannot have players who are nervous at this stage of the competition. This is when pressure really kicks in. We've already met expectations, so in truth they shouldn't feel you know, stressed out or anything, but it is the second round of the World Cup, so can't complain too much. Henderson getting a yellow card there in the beginning of the second half, and that's disappointing from a ball-winning midfielder, and that will put us on edge and really dictate some of our substitutions that we'll be making in the 60th minute. So, who can we bring on that will really turn this game around? It looks like Berahino's still having an awful game, so we should take him off for Kane. You know, we can expect a lot from Kane. Baines is having a horrible game as well, but we're looking to make attacking changes. And I'd love to have taken Vardy off, but there's no one on for him there. In terms of attacking midfield, maybe Shelvey can make a difference. And I think instead of Drinkwater, we can rely on Dele Alli a little bit more. I'm not a fan of making 3 substitutions at one go, but that's just the kind of game that we're looking at right now. Some of the players are exhausted as well. If we do actually manage to get through, or even to half-time, they will need to be subbed off anyways. So let's try and just shake things up now. Italy have really pulled away from us and doubled their stats compared to us when we were we were going head-to-head for a while there. It doesn't seem like my England team are up for much competition today. Too nervous, too worried, too poor. I guess I did get carried away after we beat Germany 6-2. Probably got too excited, but I did think that showed our potential in this World Cup. But unfortunately, it actually looks like we're going to end our World Cup right here. Italy gone into a 5-3-2 defensive wing-backs formation type of thing. 82nd minute, is it going to be Italy's score or us? Rugani with the first clear-cut chance of the game. And thankfully, it doesn't amount for anything, but can we score before the end games? Before the game ends? Come on, boys. 2 minutes. Let's do it. We're in overload in case no one's realised, but there you go. That's the end of our World Cup bids. Quite disappointingly in the second round. Met expectations. Everything's great, but I really thought we could go further than just the second round. And can't tell my players off too much. Not favourites for today's game. If we drew Russia, who knew? Who knows? You know, Germany beat Russia 2-0, and we beat Germany 6-2. So maybe who knows what would have happened to Russia? In truth, football's funny sometimes. Maybe that 6-2 result didn't mean much. But anyways, defeat in the World Cup second round. It looks like that was kind of the expectations anyways, so we can't worry too much. But I was hoping to get further. Either way, the next, real big international tournament, I suppose, is the the European International League, but I don't even know too much about that. It's kind of strange. I think that's only just started, but in truth, we should be looking to qualify for the Euros, the 2020 Euros. So I think that should start up soon after this little European League division group, which, by the way, we've drawn Russia and Germany, so it's going to be incredibly tough. It's a group where it's just 3 teams, and each team plays the other twice, I think. Number of teams 3, number of matches 4. Yep, team plays each other twice, and you can actually get relegated. So I think there's a Division B probably. I'm not really sure how this sort of thing works. Actually, let's see. So relegation, yep, European League Division B. So these are the teams that are there as well. So we do need to try and stay in the Division A. But yeah, there is a semi-final and a final and everything. Is actually a proper tournament. So hopefully we do perform, or at least not get relegated. Against Germany and Russia will be tough, but who knows? Football's a funny game, isn't it? But anyways, I think that should be the end of our episode, kind of prematurely, unfortunately. It is still like 70 days time until this game against Russia. But we will be back for that. As you can see, both games are on September 7th and 11th. And it'll be interesting to show you a new type of tournament. And let us know in the comment section if you would like this series to continue. I'm kind of not really feeling it after this World Cup. The aim was to get a little bit further and then try and get into the Euros. But, playing international football kind of gets boring at times because there's such big gaps between games. So just let me know if you're interested in me carrying it on. I will definitely do that if you guys request it. Otherwise, I might consider doing a new challenge. But until then, until I figure something out, we'll continue with this English national team. So if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do hit the like button and subscribe for more daily Football Manager 2017 content. And as always, thank you guys for watching.